The Checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.
Throughout the past week, government reshuffles have been ongoing. Early in the week, the head of the government in exile of Abkhazia resigned. Then the prosecutor general was replaced and appointed as the chief auditor. The chief auditor returned to the Ministry of Finance as a deputy minister. The former prosecutor general is expected to become the chief prosecutor of Tbilisi and will appoint future deputies after parliamentary approval. Robin Danigan, the US ambassador to Georgia, was unable to reconcile with the situation either back home in the United States or during her assignment in Georgia and decided to step down early. She has chosen to leave public service and retire. She will officially leave Georgia in July. Thanks, Madam Ambassador. The news of the US ambassador's resignation coincided with the presence of an International Monetary Fund mission in Georgia. The delegation spent 2 weeks in the country, conducted work, and concluded by stating, "We don't know when or even if there will be an IMF program in Georgia." They noted that there are numerous issues to address in the economy and financial system, but overall Georgia is doing okay. It's in shape and has buffers prepared for potential risks. Their parting advice: avoid sanctions, avoid drama, said the IMF economists. As of May 2025, Georgia's international foreign exchange reserves increased by $66.7 million and reached $4.6 billion. According to statistics from the National Bank of Georgia, this figure is nearly the same as it was a year ago, just only $14 million less. Geostat also published its annual inflation report for May 2025, showing that annual inflation reached 3.5% last month. This is 0.1% higher than in April. According to Geostat, the biggest contributors were the food and non-alcoholic beverages categories, where prices rose by 8.3%. Healthcare also saw a price increase with an annual rise of 9%. The Ministry of Finance released preliminary data on tax collection for the 5 months of 2025. A total of 8.9 billion Georgian lari in taxes was collected, which accounts for 40% of the annual target of 21.9 billion Georgian lari. Compared to the same period in 2024, tax collection increased by 4%, or 323 million Georgian lari. Meanwhile, we learned that BasisBank is buying Liberty Bank. According to a source at BMG, the deal is expected to close in a few weeks. However, the exact scale of BasisBank acquisition of Liberty Bank is still unknown. As Liberty Bank shareholder Irakli Rukhadze told BMG, negotiations were and still are active, and the parties are getting closer in their positions, but whether the deal will ultimately go through remains uncertain. Another legal dispute ended quite quickly in Georgia. On May 20, 2025, Georgia's Supreme Court ruled that the online gambling company SPRIBE had violated the copyright of the company Aviator. The dispute centered around several gambling games using the name Aviator that were hosted on the Adjarabet website with SPRIBE's technical support. Moreover, Adjarabet's parent company Flutter had also marketed Aviator's branded games in international markets. In short, we'll be following this story both locally and globally. This sector, along with its private oversight and the broader industry, is at the forefront of many ongoing discussions in Georgia. Meanwhile, while President Trump and Elon Musk are busy quarreling, BMG continues to grow steadily. According to Google and Google Analytics, in May 2025, articles on the website BMG were read 3.2 million times. That's a 43% increase compared to the same period last year. In total, 560,000 unique readers visited the site, an 8.5% year-on-year growth.
The Checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.